By the end of this video, you'll be able to identify and create dependent sections in your timetable to help expedite the enrollment of students in all identified sections. Here's the situation. You're an administrator for a large middle school. It is the beginning of August and you have created all of your course sections in PowerSchool and now would like to set up the dependent sections to help you enroll your students quickly and efficiently. How do you go about doing this? Before we begin, I need to provide you with some background information on dependent sections. What are they? Dependent sections are used to associate several sections or dependent sections with one section or the parent section, thereby expediting the enrollment of students in all identified sections. In K-8, you will use English Language Arts as the parent section. All other courses in which a student is to be enrolled, including the homeroom, will be designated as dependent sections. So why use dependent sections? If you set up dependent sections, when you enroll a student or a group of students in English Language Arts, the students will also be enrolled in all dependent courses at the same time. When do you use dependent sections? Do you have students who remain together as a group throughout the day? If so, dependent sections will save you lots of time. For example, let's say you have a grade 6 class that stays together throughout the day. You need to create sections for each subject this class will be taking, including homeroom, and assign each of these sections with the same section number, say 6A. Once the sections are created, you can make English 6A the parent section and all other 6A subject sections dependent. This allows you to enroll the students into their English section, and this will automatically enroll the students into their other 6A sections. Let me show you how to do this. To add dependent sections to a course, start at the home page. From here, click on School, found under the Setup menu on the left-hand side of the page. Scroll down and select Sections. The parent section will always be an English class. For our example, let's use the English 6A section I created earlier. Scrolling down, you will see that the section was created, the periods that this section will be taught in, the term, which is the start date, end date for this course. In this case, it's going to be all year. The lead teacher is Mrs. Crandall. Her room number is 225. The section number is 6A. Note, I've also created all the dependent sections for this class, such as grade 6 science, social studies, and math, and so on, with the same 6A section number. The grade level is going to be 6, and the maximum enrollment is at 28. Scrolling further down the page, you'll see the dependent sections window shown here. This is where you will list all the dependent sections and their section numbers. Now, when entering dependent sections, please remember the following. 1. You must enter dependent sections in a course name, period, section number format. 2. You need to ensure there are no spaces between the course name and the section number. 3. You need to separate each course name, period, section number with a comma, not a space. And lastly, be sure to include a comma after the final section number. Now, don't worry. A list of dependent sections for K-12 is available for your use to help you. Simply go to the DataConnect website, hover over Tell Me, choose your role, scroll down, and under Schedule Setup, you will see Dependent Sections K-12 Guide. You can click on this and save it to your desktop. Using this Excel document, you can find your dependent sections, edit as required, then copy and paste this into your dependent section window. Let's take a closer look at this helpful Excel document. Notice that the grade levels are all listed across the bottom of the document. Clicking on any grade level, you'll see a list of all the dependent sections for that grade level. This is a grade 1 list, for example. Notice that you have examples of combined classes as well to handle post-intensive French at the grade 3 and 4 level. You also have English and French immersion classes at all grades. Grade 4 English, grade 5 French immersion, grade 8, and so on. You can see that with this document, you can identify all dependent sections for any grade level as needed. For our example, we want to create dependent sections for a grade 6 English class. Let me show you how to do this. So let's click on grade 6. Here's the list of all the dependent sections for grade 6 English classes. The useful information to use to help you with the dependent sections in PowerSchool is in this cell here. Notice that all the dependent sections codes are listed for you in this cell. The only thing missing is the section numbers. This is where you use the power of Excel to help you. Look closely. Notice that all the sections are separated by a period and a comma. You can use Excel's Find and Replace feature to put in your section numbers. Click on the Home tab at the top to open the Home menu. To the far right of this menu, click on Find and select. Click on Replace. A window opens up to help you out. Click on the Find tab, and it's asking Find what? In this window, type period, comma. Click on the Replace tab. In this window, type period 6A, comma. What we're asking Excel to do is replace all the periods and commas separating the sections with the correct section number. Hit Replace All. Notice that Excel made 12 replacements. This is a good check. Excel has entered the section number for all our dependent sections, in this case, 12. Hit OK and close. Notice now that all the dependent sections are listed. They all have a period followed by the same 6A section number, and they're all listed with no spaces between them. Now, copy this cell's contents by right-clicking your mouse and selecting Copy from the drop-down menu. Minimize this page. Now, go back to your PowerSchool section page and paste this information into the Dependent Sections window. Right-click and paste. And voila! Your dependent sections are now listed with the proper course names, section numbers, and all of them are listed with no spaces. And you always make sure there's a comma at the end. Scroll down, click Submit, and your parent section is complete. If you'd like to create a second set of dependent sections, simply go back to your Excel document and repeat the process to get all your dependent sections. Congratulations! You've successfully identified and created dependent sections in your timetable to help expedite the enrollment of students in all identified sections. Now you'll be able to mass enroll students quickly and efficiently.